think you're going to have to expect to go out there and make some birdies. These are world-class players.
Yeah, I think we sort of look at the analytical data and how our players perform at their best, and we set the course up accordingly. One of the great things about being the home captain is to be able to have a little say in how the course is set up. But again, the courses, I've been out here, I've played this course 50 to 100 times. This is probably the best condition I've ever seen it. Really proud of the superintendent and the staff out here to get this course to look this amazing.
And as a follow-up on a lighter note, one of the things the Ryder Cup is known for is the atmosphere, the songs. You hear a lot of songs over the years. Have you guys got a favorite or something that you've heard that you thought was particularly amusing or memorable?
I think there's lots of songs and chants that have been around in Ryder Cups for many years. I feel like our team is very good at coming up with new ones for depending on who the players are there. There's so many to think about, but I think what makes Ryder Cups fun is the atmosphere, is that the energy that it brings. It really is an environment that you want to experience as a player, because it's nothing quite like it that you get to play in an individual tournament. So, I think these guys embrace that. They thrive in it, and they're looking forward to hearing the noise out there.
Yeah, I think what I love about the Ryder Cup is I feel like every hole is the last hole of a tournament. So you can kind of let that emotion out, and I think you see a lot of players that play with a lot of emotion play well at Ryder Cups because they don't have to hold it in. I'm constantly trying to hold it in my whole career, and when you come out in an exciting environment like this, you can let that emotion out and enjoy it, even on the first hole on Friday, which is always fun. I always really enjoyed the European chants. They're very creative and fun. Ours are a little bit more USA oriented, but I really enjoy the atmosphere that happens at Ryder Cups, and can't wait to see the one here in New York.
Over to Mark on one, please.
This is for Keegan and Luke. In terms of captain versus captain, you guys aren't playing each other, obviously. You don't have clubs in your hand, but I'm kind of curious. I know, Keegan, you're a big team sport guy, and I'm sure you've second-guessed your Red Sox manager a number of times over the years. You guys will be second-guessed by the fans or whatever and whatnot in the decisions you make. How much do you feel like captain versus captain is a factor in terms of the decisions you guys make and et cetera, in terms of the end result this week?
Well, I certainly am well aware of what an incredible person Luke is to start. He's a guy I've spent a lot of time with over the years. Really fun person to be around. I know how he can rally a group of players. I also am very aware of what an incredible captain he is. As far as I'm concerned, he's one of the greatest European captains ever. So it's a tall task for me to match up against Luke Donald, but I got a great crew around me, a group of vice captains, Jim Furyk, Brandt Snedeker, all these guys, and an incredible team of players. So it's really difficult. I'm not trying to match what Luke's doing. We got our own team. I'm worried about what my team is doing, but I have nothing but extreme respect for Luke Donald and what he's done in his career and for the Ryder Cup Europe.
Yeah, likewise. Have so much respect for Keegan and what he's done in his career, and we look at our team, first and foremost. We're not looking at what the US are doing. I really do hope that the captain has a little bit of an influence. We spend a lot of time. Keegan's been through it now himself. He understands the hours and the preparation that goes into being a captain, looking at all the little details about how you can try and find little edges and get the guys prepared. Ultimately, it's my job to get those guys in the right frame of mind, performing at the highest level that they can perform on the golf course. If things don't go wrong, if things go wrong, then there'll be lots of questions aimed at me, and that's the responsibility you take as a captain. But again, you hope that with the preparation, it will hopefully help your team, give them a better opportunity.
If I could just a quick follow. Do you each of you feel that in your own ways that you can beat some slight difference maker for each of your teams this week with the things you do and how you do it?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that my main goal is to put these players in their best position to play well. And, you know, when you do that, you know, the guys can go out and perform at their highest level. So, you know, but ultimately the players are going to decide the Ryder Cup. But I definitely think the captain and the vice captains, you know, their main goal here, their main job is to put the players in the best position to play at their best. And every day that we go out, whether it's Friday of the tournament or a practice round like today, we want to make sure the guys are in the right state of mind, with the right mindset of what we want to do during the week, and get them prepared to be ready to go on Friday morning.
Yeah, I mean, again, reiterate what I said. I think just like in other sports, you know, coaches, they have an impact on the game, right? They should. The way they put their players out, you know, the pairings, whatever it might be. There's so much preparation that goes into this that you hope as a captain you have some kind of influence on the end results.
Go next right here to Mike 3, followed by Mike 20.
Oh, hi, thank you. Keegan, could I ask a question about your path in golf in general? I'm from the Boston Globe, so I kind of wanted to ask you to reflect on, when you think about what shaped you that time in Massachusetts, how that was different maybe from the paths you saw other guys take to the pros, and kind of just how maybe that shaped you a bit.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of players from New England on the PGA Tour, but you know, I think the people of New England and the Northeast have a grit mindset to them. And you know, I had such a finite time to practice golf. I grew up in Vermont. We had like really severe winters, and then Boston was actually like going south. I could hit some shots later in the year, but I had this very specific. I had to capitalize on this time to hit balls, get ready to play, prepare to, you know, someday do this. So, you know, as I got older and I was able to play year round, I still have that mentality. I still have that mentality today of I can't waste a second of this day. And I think when you grow up in New England and you know, whether you're trying to be a golfer or work, you know, you want to get your job done. You want to be the best you can at your job. And I carry around the Northeast in New England with me everywhere I go. That's my identity. And I love that I grew up there. I love that, you know, I'm a little bit different than the guys out here. And there's nothing I'm more proud of than representing that part of the world.
Yeah, good afternoon. Question for Keegan, please, about the US team getting paid for the first time this year. Just over here. Can you just explain to us why you've decided to give all your money to charity? And just to clarify, are all your team going to follow your example? Have you got a unified approach to this?
Well, the PGA of America came to me. They wanted to bring the Ryder Cup into the present day. The charity dollars hadn't changed since 1999, and they asked me to sort of shepherd their way into making it into 2025. You know, I think for everyone it's a personal decision. You know, a lot of guys aren't comfortable sharing what they're going to do with their money, but we're going to donate. And you know, for us, the PGA of America, this happens after the Ryder Cup. So this is something that we'll worry about after. But, you know, ultimately, the PGA of America asked me to help out with this, and this is the best way we came up to do it.
Just to clarify, why are you giving your money, all of your money? Why are you giving your stipend as well as the charity donation?
I think that's a personal decision. I don't donate to charities to publicize what we're doing. These guys on our team are incredible people, and they do a lot of incredible things with charity dollars and with their foundations, and a lot of them aren't comfortable sharing that sort of information, and I feel the same way.
Go next to Mike 9, followed by 11 and 14.
This is for both of you guys. You talked the uniqueness of you guys living so close to each other, and you talk about being friends. So how much do you see each other, whether it's at 1000 North or a Bears Club, and how does that play into this? It's a very unique situation.
Yeah, as I said, I've known Keegan, 12, 13 years now. You know, we're someones that we would play practice rounds together on the road. We would have dinners together. We had mutual friends. You know, again, Keegan is someone that I've rooted for. You know, if he did well in a tournament, won a tournament, I would text him. And likewise back. You know, I think we definitely have a good, strong friendship. And I think there's a mutual respect there. We understand, both being in the arena, we understand exactly the difficulties of professional golf, and we celebrate our victories together, I think. And, you know, it's nice to have a captain, your captain opposite you, someone that you know and respect a lot. And, I think we're also very, very competitive. And, that's not going to change this week. I think we'll have a drink on Sunday night, no matter what the result. But, this week is about trying to get our teams to win, and we want to win. And I think we, are very similar in that personality. I think the captaincy for me, just like it has been for Keegan, has been quite enlightening and helpful. I think we're both somewhat introverts in a way, and it's kind of taught us to go more out of our comfort zones. And so, I see a lot of similarities between us, but there's definitely a deep respect amongst us.